What's going on, folks? This is your boy DRR2 Productions. Welcome to the very first episode of Chinese with DRR2 Productions. So we can just talk about whatever we want to talk about. And no, this is not a Let's Talk episodes. And I think I'm starting to do something different with my content, in terms of creating these episodes of Let's Talk where we could just talk about whatever and whenever. And if you guys want to jump in and chat, we could just talk one on one. You know, I'll send an invite in the chat so y'all can join in. But I do want to talk about what's going on in this cancel culture, and this is an honorable mention topic of what happened to Gina Guerrero. I mean, Gina Carano. So I can't even pronounce these words right though. Maybe it's because I'm just tired. Had a long day in school, doing 3 classes every day. So exhausting, you know what I'm saying? But getting back on topic. So she gets fired over something she said, typical woke culture as usual. So I don't want to bring it up, but I have to. So I feel like when you're a celebrity, you don't get nothing handed to you. Well, basically, you can't break free from the cancel culture. You mess up one thing, and then they'll cancel you for over stupid, bizarre reasons. But it is what it is, But for Gina, what I'm saying, if you're watching this though, I just want to say that you deserve so much better than what the company has treated you. Everybody said you were one of the most popular characters from that Star Wars TV show. And I still say that you deserve better because I feel like this company or Disney has pretty much robbed you and disrespected you all because of what you said, stating your opinions. To get mad at the truth. I don't know, man. It's just weird. So let's talk about The Undertaker. This saga will never end. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like they keep on getting upset over the fact that he told the truth and spoke nothing but the truth. So the fact that, everybody is taking his comments to an offense as if he does something wrong. Like, bro, it's just an opinion. When he said about the company being solved, it really is. And look, what people don't realize is that when you work for a certain somebody, you intend to kiss up to them all the time as if they done something great for you. But in reality, all you're doing is just making it worse. You're defending this company. You're defending a guy who drunk this company into a joke years later and as of right now. So from then on, I tend to get mad at an old school wrestler who basically had an opinion or dropped an opinion on today's product. And quite frankly, today's product sucks. And it's not going to get any better until, you know, Vince McMahon either steps down or have Triple H take over the company. That's just the way I see it. And why do you think I haven't been reacting to a Roman Reigns segment or a moment with Edge in them? Because of, comments about what Undertaker said. And he spoke nothing but truth. And sadly, everybody is still taking offense over it because they don't like to hear truth. And from what I'm understanding, people will continue to get upset about it. And it is just straight up sad. They don't want to hear it. Then I kind of, I figured, Maria Kanellis' husband, Mike Pennant's Kanellis, how, I mean, Mike Pennant's, uh, what's his not, what's his last name? Someone please tell me in the comments. What is Mike Kanellis? I don't know, man. I'm just gonna call him Mike. So Mike apparently got upset. Well, he wasn't really upset. He claimed that he understood when Undertaker was coming from. But the problem is, he's just like these people, doesn't like the truth, doesn't like what Undertaker had to say about this company being soft. It's been soft since about, yeah, Mike Bennett, thank you, Big D, about Mike Bennett being soft. And yeah, it's obvious. I mean, this company will never get any better until Vince McMahon steps down and until they can get on our good grace again. I'm not gonna watch it unless I watch a Roman Reigns segment, which is by the way well, Roman Reigns' character is doing well right now as far as being a heel, you know. But still, I can't get over his comments on Undertaker about just the old dog try to be gangster, bruh. I sometimes would like to know why how is Undertaker try to act gangster when he's played the biker gimmick from 2002, 2003. So why why would Roman Reigns say that, old man try to act gangster? It's like Roman is just a cheap gangster try to act cool on TV because he's a heel. He did stated that he made a choice to turn heel since his quote unquote babyface character was getting stale and it's getting to a point where he needs to turn heel. And it worked. His heel character worked. So the fact that you know, well, I can understand where you're coming from, Big D, but in terms of him being a heel, is one of the reasons why SmackDown ratings have been going up in some degrees. I don't believe that for a fact unless I seen evidence. And I heard about what Drew McIntyre said about The Undertaker. Of course, him and the PG wrestlers are mad at and don't really agree with Undertaker's comments. Of course, he's going to, not agree with them. It's no surprise to me. It's no surprise to me. I mean, in all honesty, I would love to see Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre, but in terms of what they've done to Bobby Lashley's character, it's not worth it because Bobby Lashley has been ruined ever since he came back in 2018. And what did they do? They watered him down. Ever since that interview with Renee Young, I knew something was wrong with it. His character was never going to go anywhere. And to make matters even more worse, I don't know if y'all remember this stupid, storyline they did with him and Sami Zayn, his so-called three sisters, knowing that there were three dudes in the dress. Like, if that isn't the most sus moment, I don't know what is. Bro Gamer, what's up? Nice of you to stop by. Oldberg, yeah, yeah. But at the same time, I feel like, I'm just happy that Goldberg and it's gonna stop wrestling. But the problem with Goldberg is that he can't wrestle like he used to. Just like Taker, he's way past his prime. At least Undertaker did the right thing by retiring. Goldberg hasn't really retired yet. So him coming back to face, Drew McIntyre for the championship add absolutely nothing whatsoever. So it's crazy. It is though. SmackDown is getting better with Raw, but I still have problems with the writing when it comes to Big E. He still got this New Day gimmick, and it's getting to a point where it's getting too fruity and sucks. That's you know what? Here's the thing with Big D. He's one of the main reasons why I changed the channel, and it's no, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's just god awful, and it's one of the most sus moments I can never forget. I can't even get it out of my mind when I put out a video well, I think years ago on YouTube, and it's quite obvious. They were never going to change until this my man steps down, hire new writers that are passionate about the business, and not some writers that only cater towards the kids. And now that you think about it, this company is catered to kids nowadays. It's no surprise to me. Yeah, they do. I mean, I'm glad it's not just WWE, AEW, TNA, Ring of Honor, even though I haven't really watched that yet. But speaking of TNA, what happened to the company? They used to be so good back in the day. When I first started watching them back in 2009, and TNA used to be so good back in the day. Tag teams used to be on fire. Hardcore matches used to be on fire. Blood matches, a lot of way TV 14 moments that used to be more fun to watch. But when 2020, when 2010 came around, everything just went south, in my opinion. When Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff, you know, came back and just made this company worse. And I just felt like it wasn't like what it used to be. Yeah, they were doing some hardcore matches still, but I don't know, man. Well, I don't know if that's the case, programmer, about um AJ and Dixie Carter not really liking each other in real life. It depends on how they, in real life. What exactly is MLW Big D? Let me put an invite in the chat so I can invite y'all. 'Cause this is really interesting. Let's see if you guys can get in. But yeah, man, I think both WWE and TNA, well, TNA used to be good for the most part, especially TNA. Uh, but I think to me, when Dixie Carter turned heel, it was hard to watch TNA Impact. It really was because with her as a heel, it just made things even more worse than before. But the best part is when this whole storyline was over. Bubba Ray or Devon Dudley put her through the table. That was one of the most highlight moments of one of my memories of TNA. That was far from over, but it's just not worse. I don't know. Well, here's the thing with Jim Cornette. I never liked the guy, especially what he said about Becky Lynch, being pregnant and everything. You know, coming from an old guy who was a nobody in the WWF, you know, Jim Cornette is the type of person that doesn't like, you know, certain people though, especially what he said about, Becky Lynch's pregnancy last year. and apparently he has a problem with female wrestlers being pregnant. That right there is something that I can never get that out of my mind. So listen, man, if y'all want to join in, man, I'm putting the invite in the chat so y'all could chat with me because I want to hear y'all voice though. So here's the thing with Cornette though. Only time that he was good in my opinion was with Yokozuna, but when he was with British Bulldog and won Heart in '96, I don't know how I felt about it though. But I kind of prefer him with Yokozuna because they created some amazing moments with him and Undertaker in '94 Royal Rumble and at the Survivor Series. So that's basically my memories with him and with Jim Cornette was with Yokozuna and them. Basically, in my opinion. So TNA has massive fires of Dutch McGill, Jim Cornette said. I don't remember Jim Cornette being in TNA. Was he? No, was Jim Cornette was in TNA before Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan came out? It is, man. Here's the thing with WWE General. Uh, absolute fruit. I gotta look him up though, man. I'm about to look him up right now. But the Kenny. Oh God, this dude. Oh, oh, you must be talking about Kenny Omega. Yeah, Kenny Omega. Listen, I don't know nothing about him. I mean, only time I know about Kenny Omega is from New Japan Wrestling, and that was about it. He was gonna come in the WWE, but I'm kind of glad he turned that down because some of the stuff that Vince McMahon has been doing with certain wrestlers from a different wrestling companies that had better careers over there. Because once you come into the WWE, you're going to get watered down, and then once weeks, months, years come by, nobody is gonna like your character. And as soon as you ask for a release, you'll end up going back into the company that you once had your glory days over there and become even more bigger. That's the sad reality of pro wrestling when it comes to Vince McMahon. So it's what it is, man. Trying to sing in the chat so you guys can yeah, man. Omega is terrible in the promos though. I remember one time I was watching AEW. I felt like his promos just was bad all the way through. Trying to see what else I want to talk about. What's up, Matthew? How you doing? Man, here's the thing with the WWE fans. They're worse than oh man, I don't know what's worse. The wrestlers or the fans themselves. I would say both. Because I feel like the PG wrestlers that defend this company are worse than the fans. Especially with the Wednesday night wars between AEW and NXT. And we all know that, AEW will continue to come out top despite its bumps moments. But AEW, NXT, I literally feel like, to me, uh is a bit boring to me. You know, when they first had a show without the crowd, it was bad. Raw, SmackDown, NXT was terrible, including TNA as well. But I feel like with All Eli Wrestling, they're trying their best to have less people in the arena. And if you look at Sting's debut on AEW, the ratings went through the roof. Everybody just couldn't stop talking about it. When Sting debuted on AEW, it changed everything. Because if y'all remember when WCW in 2001 went out of business, when they filmed the last episode on TNT, you know, Sting, I think he won his last match. I mean, his last match on WCW back in 2001. And now, years later, when he came back on AEW, I feel like I was having memories of just witnessing a classic moment, and it completely changed my opinions on AEW even more. Because I feel like with staying on there, it definitely helped improve the product even more. So yeah, I just feel like, why can't we just enjoy wrestling? I really don't care about the ratings at this point, because I feel like they're bringing back the '90s again, and I feel like ratings are not even that important to me anymore. 'Cause I know 2 years ago, when I was doing a lot of AEW videos, a lot of wrestling videos and stuff, doing a lot of episode reviews and stuff and everything, and doing my live reaction. I sometimes feel like I get burned out because of how the ratings were. When AEW first came out, the ratings were strong. What I'm saying, 1 million viewers. That's huge, for AEW. I mean, same with SmackDown on Fox. The ratings blew up, but I feel like Raw, it was still having its problems. With SmackDown premiere on Fox, feel like they were doing it felt more like a pay-per-view than a TV show, than a classic episode of SmackDown. But yeah, once weeks went by, I feel like we were back on we were back to square one. So it's no surprise to me at all. Then AEW bringing in some non-wrestlers, like, not help boost ratings. Yeah, true though. What else? Yeah, I think that's the one thing I hate about, when wrestlers like AJ Styles, I'm saying, how they're better than everybody else. I don't want to hear nothing like that, because if you do stuff like this, one, your career is gonna suck even more, and you're gonna continue to lose more matches if you act more cocky and stuff. Saying that you're better than anybody else is is something that you shouldn't do. But he's a grown man, so he can do what he wants. So who am I to tell him what to do? But still, I just prefer him not to do that. So, oh, speaking of Remy Studio and Dominic, the reason why, and y'all, and check this out, I just found this out a week ago. The reason why Raymond Studio and Dominic haven't been on TV is because they were both, so they were both battling COVID-19. So Yeah, that was one of the moments I find out. Rey Mysterio. Why I keep saying his name wrong? Rey Mysterio and his son wasn't seen on TV because of COVID-19. They were both battling COVID-19, and I had no idea until I find out for sure. Oh man, you see, everybody cannot stop talking about Snoop Dogg doing a stupid looking frog splash. Like, bro, sit your old butt down somewhere. Like, I don't know, man. Just seeing musicians, hip hop music artists doing stuff, wrestling in it. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird. It's so weird though. Yeah, yeah. If you're Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage and even the Ultimate Warrior, I feel like they drew more seats than the other wrestlers. Yeah, I mean Hogan is a racist though. You can't forget about what he said about about the dudes not weren't allowed to wear do rags in his restaurant, saying how Brooke Hogan is is dating a black guy and he doesn't like that. So that makes me not want to respect Hogan even more. So you can't let that go. And I think Snoop Dogg shouldn't even be wrestling. Just stick to making music, bruh. It doesn't fit you. The reason Jake Robinson and Piper never got the strap is because they didn't want to take it. Oh man, that sus. That sus, man. Agreed. I agree with that as well, man. Uh, yeah. Speaking of that, I heard what was going on between him and Mark Henry beefing over Ryback, over the comments Ryback said about the product. I'm like, man, can y'all get old Ryback's back? Because I feel like Ryback's run in the WWE was underused. I feel like his character wasn't really used enough. That's why he was released from the company a long time ago. But it's life, I guess. No, if anybody who is a dangerous worker is Nia Jax, because this girl, I feel like she became a meme when she created a moment in the PG era. My whole, I hurt my whole. When she said that, I hurt my whole. She was talking about her butthole. Pause for a minute, but I guess that's what happens when you botch too much. And some lady from a brand or a company was offering Nia Jax something about her tushy about like it's gross. Shout out Nova, what's up, man? Oh man, hey big D, you funny as mother, man. Yeah, so many plot holes in me though. But here's the thing with Nia Jax, she is the real danger to work with, injuring a lot. I mean, injuring a lot of. Oh lordy, injuring a lot of female wrestlers, and I can't really say I'm surprised by it because this is not the first time this happened. Because one, she broke Becky Lynch's nose, she botched Alexa Bliss's. Like this girl can really hurt people though. And I wouldn't be surprised if she ended up hurting herself. I guess that's the price of well, I guess that's the kind of price you pay when you botch a lot of or too much. So it really says something. Yeah, she sucks. She's worse than Sasha Banks. I mean, Sasha Banks still can't even cut a promo. She can't even curse on TV, even though she's biracial. I bet y'all didn't know that. Here's the thing. When I first found out that she was biracial, I didn't even know that she was half white and half black until I seen a picture of her white mom. But I'm not judging, but I had no idea that she was mixed. And we all know that she's Snoop Dogg's cousin, but still, she cannot cut a good promo. And she botches a lot. Uh man, let's see what else I want to talk about. Yeah, let's jump on to another topic I want to talk about. Um, let's talk Power Rangers for a minute. So, Bianca Belair, Bianca Belair is better win. Yeah, you know what? Everybody has been saying the same thing. Because ever since Bianca Belair won the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble, everybody has been clowning her because of her skin color. How she's black, she shouldn't be doing when she should have won. They wanted another. They wanted another wrestler to win, bro. This is a perfect victory for her. Well, I'm so tired, y'all. Try to stay strong, man. This water ain't doing nothing unless you got some coffee. But yeah, but listen though, man. Bianca Belair. Hey, why I keep getting these messing up these last names? Bianca Belair. She was the perfect choice to win the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble, and she she earned the victory. So why is everybody so mad about her being the winner of the Royal Rumble? Like it's like they don't want black wrestlers to win. This is beyond ridiculous. So when Lana eliminated Nia Jax, I was so happy. Yeah, I know you were though, but here's the thing though. I didn't care about the 2021's Royal Rumble because I got other stuff that I was dealing with, with my school and all that, online school, because I was thinking about all of that. And I wasn't even watching the Super Bowl either because I didn't really care because I was focusing on my schoolwork and stuff because, education comes first. So I got other better things to worry about than some Super Bowl or the Royal Rumble. So try to invite some of y'all in so we can talk. VJL, what's up, man? Nice for you to stop by. We were just talking about the wrestling companies, how TNA, WWE, ECW used to be fun back in the day. Now it's not anymore. So you ain't missing nothing, bro. And I've seen it. I put in the invite in the chat so y'all can jump in and have an open conversation with me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's oh yeah, Charlotte, she sucks at promo too. Cause plastic surgery at best, she looks ugly and she has the talent, but the problem is she cannot cut a promo. Her promos are not good. That's the only thing I don't like about it though. Just like Sasha Banks, they have like certain talents, but I just feel like they just cannot cut a promo. Like I just don't know what's going on, like why they can't cut a promo. So, you know, yeah. Let's jump into another topic. I want to talk about Power Rangers for a minute and why I'm looking forward to Fan First Friday. And I will be doing my live stream reaction to the Fan First Friday because I've been dying to know for sure of what Hasbro is going to do, what they have in stores. Because I said that in my announcement video that I was going to do the live reaction to the Fan First Friday. So Down on Fury, I am looking forward to episode one, and I'm gonna do my episode review of it, whether it's live or in a regular video. So yeah, you guys have any questions? Feel free to ask me anything. I know my wrestlers playing games, but what Taker said should not be taken. Yeah, it is, man, because like I said, when people heard what Undertaker said, everybody got real offended about it. Except what he said is wrong. Like, you don't get mad at a retired veteran for speaking his mind, speaking his truth. And I just find it weird and stupid at the same time. How you gonna get offended over it? It's stupid. Like, it shouldn't be taken out of context or out of proportion just because Undertaker said that the wrestling company has become soft. So everybody got offended over it. Mr. Kennedy, you're right. We can't be happy for good things nowadays because COVID-19 pandemic, the woke mob are just making things difficult for celebrities. And not to mention, with all this craziness going on with the vaccines and all that, so many suicides happening with the kids, the teenagers, because they want to be back in school in person. They don't even like doing virtual stuff. And it's sad. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I think the Fiend and Randy Orton's rivalry was a bit fun. And I did like this moment when he burned the Fiend on, even though it was a dummy. But what's even crazy is the Fiend, he was moving around while he was on fire. And I'm like, if this dude don't lay down, but hey, so yeah, I noticed that too when I saw it. When Bliss threw a fireball at Randy Orton, I feel like they're trying to go back to TV-14 and try to be more edgy, but they can't because it's PG and it sucks. And USA just told them, look, y'all need to change something. Go to a TV-14 route. Be a little bit more darkening, edgy for adult content. You know, just try to do something different instead of being PG for the family friendly. And it's quite obvious that they ain't gonna change. So hold on, y'all. I'll be right back for a minute. See this for a minute. Yeah, back y'all. I had to do something for a minute. I had to charge my laptop. So yeah, um, let's look at the comments. See what he has to say. Yeah, me too. But we all know that it's not gonna last long because knowing the Vince McMahon and them, they're gonna probably stick to the childish crap that we've been getting throughout the years, and I don't think it's ever gonna change unless he steps down. So, but I will say this though. If he does end up changing his product, I think there's a chance that it might go back to the way it used to be. But I don't think you're gonna see the chair shots to the head because concussions. I'm so sick of seeing back shots to the chair. The chairs, you know what I'm saying? Like you hit somebody with a steel chair, you always see that in the mid rib area or on the back. It sucks. It's so boring to see. That's how soft this company is, though. It really is. Yeah, it is too late. They could have done this years ago. Years ago. Yeah, man. If y'all want to jump in and chat, I send the invite link in the chat. Hopefully y'all able to get it. So yeah, the StreamYard link is in the chat. You want to jump in and have a conversation for a few minutes before I leave, then feel free to do so. I want to ask y'all something though. Who is watching Power Rangers Dino Fury, next Saturday when it debuts on Nickelodeon? I might do a live reaction to episode one, but I might have to do an episode review like I used to do with Beast More for season one, if you guys want me to. So that's cool. So I think I might do an episode review. Either it's going to be a regular video or it's going to be in live because I'm thinking about doing it live, like next Saturday when I do an episode review. Because for one thing, I'm excited about what tomorrow's going to be for Fan First Friday when they do. And I appreciate that, Mr. Kenny, though. So yeah, about Power Rangers Down on Fury series, I'm going to be doing the episode one review, whether it's going to be live or I'm just gonna I'm just gonna do my editing video, like I normally do. But either way, I'm doing it. Period. I haven't heard of Peacemaker though. I keep hearing about it, but I never really seen it though. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm a little good, man. Yeah, man, I just had a long day at school. doing three classes, but I held on. I survived. Yeah, man.
Dang, me too. I
So,
still have like 7 classes to do.
7 classes. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm in high school. I go to like the like a arts type of school, so we have like longer classes compared to like other schools.
Yeah, I know how I be though, because the school that I'm in, I don't know if you heard of Goodwill Excel Center. It's like an adult charter school for adult. Like it allows them to get like a high school diploma and stuff like that if they drop out. So I was glad that I made a decision to, go to that school 2 years ago. So I feel like I wanted to get that high school diploma because when I graduated from high school, I didn't get a diploma. All I had was like a certificate. But to me, I feel like I didn't really do anything with the certificate. But in my opinion, if I do get a high school diploma, I feel like I could do a lot of good things though. That's just my opinion how I feel though. So I know it doesn't really mean anything, but to me, it would be one of the greatest moments in my life though. So, but I think doing three classes, at least I'm not inside a building. I'm doing it from my home, so that way I can allow myself to relax before I get into my homework and stuff. So, but I am getting the
Yeah,
end though.
yeah. I see where you're coming from. I don't know. For me though, it's like I'm just ready to go back to school. Like, and I just started driver's ed, so I have to wake up extra early and then go straight to school. Just like really exhausting and draining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you want to know what's really exhausting though? Was doing math online.
Yes. Yes.
Man, math is not easy though, especially doing geometry and algebra too. That's a rough
Yeah.
picker.
Yeah. It,
I'm telling
it
you.
was it was like so tough in the beginning. I've only recently started doing okay.
Yeah. But I think for me, one of the biggest things I've learned about algebra too is like the polynomials. I knew how to do that from the
Oh
start. That was one of my favorite lessons from algebra too. I knew about what the three exponents were. If it doesn't have an exponent, it becomes, constant, you know, linears and everything. Like I knew how to do all of that. I learned that like last year when I first started doing online school on Zoom, and
yeah.
I quickly picked up and I got better over it. And I'm still learning that today, so that was my lesson. But I feel like I've gotten so much better with the polynomials because I knew that from the start. Even when my teacher was teaching me, saying when I had to correct myself, I was like, okay, I got it now. So it's one of the fun lessons I love doing though.
Yeah.
But all the other lessons I can't do them.
Yeah. Same.
But yeah, man, I
Uh,
was just sitting there thinking, when I made that video about the the drama surrounding the Power Rangers situation with the fandom and stuff, I
yeah.
was literally making a video about how the fan base became so toxic because of the announcement for Dino Fury. They came out like last year with the
Yeah.
casting and the first female Green Ranger since Mighty Morphin. And a lot of people don't realize that Mighty Morphin started with the female Yellow Ranger. Her Japanese counterpart was a guy.
Exactly. Like
So
I don't
it makes
understand it.
Yeah. So it kind of makes sense of why would they, chose to make that decision. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm happy that they went with the Green Ranger. And plus, Tessa Rayo fits the Green Ranger. And her acting, and let's not forget that she can sing too. I checked her Instagram's
Oh yeah.
stories. She has an amazing voice. Her and Chance Perez. I think those two are going to be the highlight of Down on Fury because both of them are good singers. But I think for Tessa Rayo, I think she's going to shine as the Green Ranger, though. and I hope that
Yeah,
they do a lot better than Riley's character in Dino Charge. You know what I'm saying?
true.
So
Yeah,
I like Dino Charge, but I feel like Riley's character was not used properly. You know, he had some moments though, but he wasn't really he didn't really have anything focused on him, have episodes dedicated to him. You know, and I felt
yeah,
like this season was focusing on Tyler a lot, especially season one about his father and stuff. And and I feel like Ninja still tried the same thing with Brody. It didn't work.
yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah. And like I don't know. When Beast Morphers came out and they said that like Devin will have like his father, I was thinking, oh Lord, here's another Red Ranger and his dad situation. But like it
yeah,
actually turned out pretty good. So
yeah,
I kind of hope they don't do that for Dino Fury. Like I hope I heard people say Void Knight could be Zato's dad. Please don't do this. Please
though.
don't
I
do
think
that.
I had enough of family plot for one day because
Yeah,
Mr. Force did it. You know, when Time Force did it, when Wes's father found out that his son was a ranger. You know what?
yeah,
Speaking of Time Force is a copy paste of Time Ranger. Now that you think about it,
yeah.
though, but in America, it was done a little bit different with the filler episodes and everything. But with Samurai came out in 2011, I feel like what was I watching though? And when the show first premiered, it you know what I'm saying it was the third episode focused on Mike. I'm like, wait a second, where's the
Oh
origins
yeah,
about them becoming Rangers? And then they decided to put the oranges out the last minute before season two came out the following year. I'm like, what is this crap? Like that was a boss move
exactly.
from Nickelodeon's part. But like I said, hopefully they're not gonna, do this whole father son plot on every Power Ranger season because if they do, I don't know, man. I guess I'm gonna have to just take it like it is, though.
Yeah, yeah,
Just brush it off like
yeah,
it's nothing.
yeah. Me being like a little kid when Samurai came out,
Mm,
I assumed Mike was the Red Ranger the whole time. Like I didn't know about the whole episode, and so they basically guilt tripped me into liking the Green Ranger on accident, even though I
yeah,
was expecting to like the Red Ranger. But I mean, yeah, Mike still turned out to be my favorite of this season,
yeah,
even with Antonio.
yeah. This actor, Hector David Jr. I follow him on Instagram. He's a talented actor, though. He done some films after Power Rangers, and this dude can act his butt off. Like, I'm surprised he wasn't, in a big budget shows or TV or films and stuff. Because I feel like
Yeah,
I feel like with him, he could become a star. And I've seen his acting compilations. The dude is talented. I can see why
exactly.
everybody loves Michael Power Ranger Samurai because of his acting abilities. And plus, he's a dancer. He can do martial arts. He can do flips. And he was like the Zack of Power Ranger Samurai, but I don't know why I said that though. But still, he was in like his
Yeah, he
own
kind of
character
was.
though.
Yeah, yeah, and he's like a DJ, I think, right? Yeah, I think he's a DJ. Yeah, he's really
Yeah,
talented.
yeah, yeah. It's like every time I go to his Instagram stories, the dude is skilled at DJing though. He's a beast in music though. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
Hector, shoot, I'm gonna pick up your CD though.
right. Drop the mixtape.
Oh man, but yeah, but I think the Red Ranger from Ninja Steel, he started rapping, and I've seen a clips of him freestyling in the
Oh,
studio last year. I'm like, William Schufeld, the guy who played Brody,
yeah,
the Ninja Steel Red Ranger, he was rapping in some songs, and dude's got some skills though. I'm like,
yeah.
what? So he acted terrible on a TV show, but he can rap good in the studio. I don't know.
Right.
It's so weird to
It's
me
so
though.
backwards.
Yeah, it's
I
about
also
this.
heard. I
You go
heard
ahead.
Russell used to be a rapper too. I heard one of his songs. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of garbage. I'm sorry, it's kind of trash.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. The flow is way off. It's just It's so trash.
Yeah, I've seen it on YouTube one day. I'm like, what in the world? And he was rapping with some I don't know, it was a Hong Kong group or a K-pop group or something like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this dude sounded Japanese and he was rapping. I'm like, what?
Exactly.
I'm like, dude, I can see why the record label didn't sign him though.
Exactly.
I'm like,
Exactly.
yo, man. I just hope his acting is a lot, it will be good and down on Fury though, because it looks like what I'm saying, he has the potential of being good on the show. And I know Power
Yeah.
Rangers is for kids and everything, but please don't have him sound like Kevin from Samurai. Because
Oh
Kevin's
yeah.
actors
Yeah.
suck. I mean, good lord.
Yeah.
Hey everybody,
Oh,
Mason, I'm like, what the first Kevin, then Troy, then Brody? Please don't let it be Zato. That's the only
yeah.
thing I'm worried about, though. Just Lord, please let this acting be good. I'm begging you. We need a decent Power Ranger season to be done right, because
Yeah.
we all know how the Power Ranger seasons are going to end up being cursed. Season one is good. What I'm saying? Season one is going to be doing good. Season two is going to mix in between.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really hate it
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. It's always like the first seasons that like they like hit it or they land it, but then it's like the second season where it go downhill. That's why they
Yeah,
should stick to like just one season, 44 episodes, so they don't. Because then I feel like it kind of throws them off when they do two seasons, because then they feel like they have to start all the way back over without
yeah,
making it a continuous thing. If it was just one season,
yeah. And I think for me, when Mighty Morphin did it back then with season one was supposedly have originally supposed to have 40 episodes in it because of how good the show was doing. But since the show got popular at the time, we all know that that Saban contacted Toei of Japan to make, new footage for the Mighty Morphin series, which we all know is Ju 2.
yeah,
And that right there is how popular Mighty Morphin was. And season one ended in 1994. Season two started in 1994. So I'm thinking to myself, if the newest of Bond started with season one in 2011, why couldn't they do season two in 2011 in that same year instead of like waiting until another year to start season two? Because that's a complete turnoff for everybody, though. And I've ranted about this a lot, and I don't think it's gonna change though. But I think if their contract with Nickelodeon expires, then why did they put season two in 2022? So that means that they not only lied to us, but they have us thinking that you know their contract with Nickelodeon will expire this year. I want to know if it's true or not because
yeah,
they might
yeah,
have us full though.
yeah. I'm thinking maybe it does end this year, and then they'll probably like move it to another network or something. But
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I mean they might though, but if they do, for one, I have two interesting networks there for me. One, it could be for Netflix, or it could
Yeah,
be for Discovery Family because
yeah,
it's in Discovery Family. I think I heard someone told me that they had some Hasbro shows like My Little Pony and Transformers Prime or something like that.
yeah.
If you put Power Rangers on it, that it could change everything. I would bet you the ratings
Exactly.
will well improve on that platform. But if you put it on
Yeah,
Netflix, I sometimes wonder how the kids will feel about, you know, Dino Fury being on Netflix because I want to know what is the percentage on, you know, Neil Saban shows or old Saban seasons on Netflix of how many people are watching it.
yeah,
Or basically, you can just put it on YouTube on a Power Rangers official channel. They put out full episodes of old shows like Down on Charge and Ninja Steel. Like, why not do that? It's better than
Yeah.
putting it on TV because Nickelodeon just doesn't care. They're just like
Yeah.
Disney. When here's the thing. So when Disney first came out in 2003 with Ninja Storm, the show was good. I
Yeah.
feel like early on they cared about Power Rangers, but up until around 2007 or 8 or not, I'm not sure which year it was when they actually stopped caring about the franchise. You know,
Yeah.
and I kind of felt like that's how I felt with Nickelodeon as well, when they basically are treating Power Rangers like garbage when it comes to them, splitting seasons into two in one in
Yeah.
per year instead of just like doing it like 4 episodes in 1 year, like how the Disney did and Saban did. So and then when Beast Morphers came out, they went back to the 8 o'clock slot instead of just like your typical 11 o'clock slot.
Yeah.
And I've said this all the time in my video. If you give the kids some time to get themselves together, eat their breakfast, do what they got to do, by the time 11 o'clock comes, they can watch the brand new episode of Power Rangers or whichever season comes out. Whether the season
Exactly.
is good or bad, you know what I'm saying? If you do that, the show will improve. The ratings will improve. But if they keep, you know, going back to this 8 o'clock route, nobody is going to be interesting. Why do you think Beast Morphers seasons have the lowest ratings in history of the show? Because of Nickelodeon's, airing time. That's sad.
Yeah. It really is. And another thing is, it's crazy how like one would think that since Nickelodeon kind of like does like kind of doesn't care about Power Rangers like how Disney did, at least we still got good seasons out of it.
Yeah,
For Nick, it was like the opposite.
yeah. I mean, Nick just, I feel like they just didn't care at all. Because, like I said, Disney has some good seasons, though, but I feel like they just didn't care. The writing, the story was good and entertaining, like Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder. But I feel like Dino Thunder was the ultimate highlight season because of Jason David Frank as Dr. O. And to me, I felt like he was more of a leader and a mentor than Connor because Connor just felt like a good.
Yeah.
I think Connor was like Rocky in Down of Thunder. He wasn't the Jason, even though he was a soccer player, but he wasn't like the Jason with all seriousness and toughness. But I feel like with Dr. O, I feel like he came in as a mentor and a leader. That's basically how I felt though, with Donald Thunder. But it did have some great, great writing moments though. And I feel like it was a perfect season, along with Ninja Storm, even though Lodo was a terrible villain. But
Yeah.
with Samurai Megaforce, those are just not worth mentioning or talking about, especially Ninja Steel, because Ninja Steel was a throwaway season. And I said that because nothing about the show make any sense. It did not feel like a ninja thing. It did not feel
Yeah.
like a ninja experience. You know, they got the crappy uniforms to make it feel like ninjas, but they didn't act like ninjas. No martial arts fights, no civilian fights. And then you get these actors on Instagram showing off their martial arts skills for a TV show, but yet when they're on the show, they don't show them doing civilian fights. Please
Yeah.
explain that. What's going on, man? Like,
Yeah, it's like a complete waste. And you bring
yeah,
up a point because I've been thinking about Ninja Steel actually. It's like, if you wanted them to like kind of be like they're ninjas, but like how they're Zords, they would be hidden, but they're like there. They'll pop up out of like the buildings or whatever. Just just do like don't have them be in high school. Be like regular civilians with regular jobs. Have them be ninjas. Like they're ninjas. They're there, but you don't really see them. Like ninjas in the skies
mm,
or whatever. Like kind of like Transformers, but like with ninjas. Like
I
they're
agree
there,
though.
and
I
then
agree with you
you know
100%. You know, and I think to me, a lot of people said that they like Ninja Steel, but the problem with Ninja Steel is that, like you said, it did not feel like a ninja season because one, the Zords pop out like ninjas, like the Red Ranger Zord. He does his ninja stuff. Why aren't the rest of the Ranger Zords doing ninja stuff. The Yellow Ranger Zord was a freaking bulldozer. Like, come on,
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah,
bulldozer? I blame
yeah.
Sentai.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Even though it's not Power Ranger fault, like Sentai's like that's just the randomest thing. Is like they were in the office. They're like, okay, what's cool? Robots, trucks, dragons, dogs, and that's it. It's like so random. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that is not ninja like. Kaku Ranger did it better, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
Kaku Ranger felt like a real ninja season than you know, Ninja Steel or Ninja for that matter.
yeah.
And to
They,
me, Kaku Ranger felt like a ninja season because one, they were more martial arts fights. Ken Kazuki was a
yeah.
star because him and his father were action stars in Hollywood before they came to Japan and did a Sentai series. And
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, and their Zords felt like felt like a ninja Zords as well, especially with the Mighty Shogun and
yeah,
the Ninja Megazord. It was doing some ninja stuff, the acrobatic kicks, the flips, and the finish moves. And with Mighty Morphin season 3, I felt like when Tommy and World Rangers, they did a lot of martial arts stuff and they did a lot of ninja things. But when the Alien Ranger saga happened, I turned it off. Alien Rangers
yeah.
just do not mix well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they could have they really could have did something with that. Like they could have been like alien ninjas or something. That would have been
Yeah,
cool. Like have like they instead of just ninja, or they could have been like where the Rangers get their powers from or something.
yeah,
But yeah, I see what you mean. Like Cocker Ranger, they like it's so like ninja based. Like they like they pride themselves on ninjas that the characters are actually based on legendary ninjas from
yeah.
like Japanese history, and like I really like that. That's why Cocker Ranger is like one of my favorites sometimes.
It is
So like
though.
yeah, I need to watch it
Yeah,
again. It's really good.
it is though because and with see when the Alien Rangers happened, I used to watch it like a few episodes of it back then when I was young. I did not like them talking like they're out of the water because even though they're from Aquatar, they do not feel like ninjas. They're just aliens that trying to be ninjas. They barely did
Yeah.
any ninja stuff, and the way they said it's morphin time is so
Oh
cringe
yeah.
worthy though. I couldn't tell.
Exactly.
I can't tell if they trying to take the line seriously or not, but it sucked. But the best, but I mean, at least Hurricane Jer, I feel like a little bit mix
Oh
of
yeah.
being good and being bad. But I think Ninja Storm did a good job of it though, of doing some real ninja stuff. Just like Hurricane Jer, I think Ninja Storm was a good show. But I think Lothar was one of the worst villains though. But I do give him credit for being a good fighter though. But as far as
Yeah.
being a
Yeah.
villain though, he sucked.
Yeah, Lothar can throw hands, and
Yeah.
it's funny. I recently just finished watching Hurricane Zoo, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
still fresh in my mind. And then, yeah, I agree with you said. Like, there's some things that like a lot of it is good, but it's like some things is just like like Ninja Storm did it better in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like one of the good things for me was I actually think I don't know I somewhat think the Gold Rangers were kind of better than the Thunder Rangers in some aspects. Like some
Yeah.
aspects,
Especially
the
with the
Gold
morph
Rangers are
though.
better than Thunder Rangers. Yeah,
I mean, here's the thing though. When the Thunder Rangers debut, I felt like they had an impact.
yeah,
Back then when I was watching it, I didn't know who these guys were. I didn't get their voices though, but as a adult, I realized that they have the same attitudes as the Rangers, but their voice was more dark and gritty. And the music itself, it really fits the tone of the show when it came to the Thunder Rangers, though. And I feel like
yeah,
with Ninja Storm, when a couple of episodes early on, the music was a bit dark, but I kind of felt like later on in the
yeah,
season it got a little bit more light with you know, the uh the guitar stuff. I
yeah,
feel like it got a little bit lighthearted a little bit though, but it did have some dark moments though. But when it came to the Thunder Rangers morph, I didn't like it. I just find it funny that they get Thunder Rangers. They got their head pop out, then they come into their head. But I'm like, wait a second, that is not how this entire looked though. But
Yeah,
with the
it was
entire
like
form, it was more dark and gritty. I feel like
exactly
if
the
you go watch
music and
live
everything.
action anime, it is so better than
Yeah,
the Thunder Rangers more, from my opinion.
yeah, exactly. And when the Go Riders were still like evil and stuff, every time they morphed and everything, I would get chills. Like I was literally worried for the Hurricanes when they were still evil.
Mm. And that's the thing about Ninja Storm, though. I feel like they quickly turn baby faces a little bit too quick and early, but in times there will still be evil and stuff, but the thing is, when they did the storyline with Hunter, being under a spell, having him thinking
Oh
that
yeah,
his brother betrayed him because of the stuff that Lothar told him and stuff. That was the
yeah,
gas and that effect that made him lose craziness and stuff. And I think that was one of my favorite moments from the Ninja Storm season. And the fact that the actors, they did such a good job. And I feel like the Disney seasons, I feel like they had a real stuff going on. They felt like real teenager stuff. Because with some
yeah,
Bond seasons, I feel like they try to be real, but it was more kid friendly though. But with Ninja Storm and Donald Thunder and SB Nino, the actors felt more real though. And especially with Ninja
yeah,
Storm and Donald Thunder, because it felt like you're watching a movie on Encore. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The way that
yeah.
the filmography be shot in New Zealand and stuff. As
Hmm.
his thing. Let's say if the first Power Rangers movie came out in 2003 with the Disney show with the a Sentai that they're going to be adapting, they're going to be turning into a film, and they're going to be doing a whole lot of fight scenes and a martial arts stuff shot in New Zealand, in the woods, in the dojo, or whichever
Hmm.
plot that they got. I really feel like that you're watching a real movie though on a different network though. That would have been so cool if Power Rangers would done a movie first of a Sentai they're going to be adapting it from and turning it into a serious stuff.
Yeah,
And much like how Turbo did, Turbo sucked, but at least it
yeah,
was committed to the TV show despite it being so bad though.
yeah. I honestly think. Well, I don't know if they would if Hasbro would go that route, but like it'd be cool if they thought about like if they wanted to do the new universe and stuff, and they just like wanted to pause. Well, I don't. Yeah, I guess they could pause on the like the main show now.
Yeah,
They could probably still adapt Sentai, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, they could still adapt it and then just have them appear in like crossovers or whatever. But I don't
yeah.
know. I I don't know, kind of worried about this whole new universe thing. To be honest,
Me too, man.
I don't know anymore.
I'm the same way because
Like,
last year when I read the article about from the Illuminati of all the people though, I didn't know what to think out of the situation because we don't know if they're actually splitting from Toei or not. We don't know
hmm
until Brian Doder, the CEO of Hasbro, actually says it himself. Because
yes,
sometimes I just don't trust the sites like the Illuminati and them because they got some stuff right, they get some stuff wrong. But
yeah,
in terms of the Sentai splendid from Hasbro splendid from Toei, it doesn't really make sense because Power Rangers is famous for using Sentai footage. That's what it's known for. But
yeah,
something tells me when Dino Fury airs next Saturday, we might see some, stock footage of the Zord battles and stuff, much like how season 3 was and Mighty Morphin. I don't know, man.
yeah,
I think I don't know, man. I'm just worried. I just hope that it doesn't
yeah, same.
fail
And
though. But you know what? I'm still gonna give Donald Fury a chance. I'm gonna see how it goes out. I'm gonna
yeah,
do my episode reviews, whether it's gonna be live or doing a regular videos of it, like I normally do. But we'll just have to see how it
hmm
goes. That's the only thing I can say
yeah,
about.
and
So
yeah, I now actually watched. I watched this like podcast. I think I forgot who they were. They brought up a point like it's kind of stupid if you think about it. If they stop doing Sentai adaptations, because it's like you're basically asking to not. Well, you don't want to make any more money. Like if you blow all your load on this new universe, and then as soon as it backfires on you, then what? You can't go back to Sentai because you split with them. So then Power Rangers is in some deep doo doo like Transformers now, basically.
Yeah, that I think that's the main thing I'm concerned about. And if you look at guys like Dawson Ryder and Ranger Lisnum, I have no problem with them, but I think when it comes to Dawson Ryder, I feel like I sometimes question him if he's actually supporting this crap. Like he actually really believes that Hasbro and Toei will split, and he keeps on making videos about it. I'm like, dude, why do you keep making videos of stuff that's not even true?
Yeah.
And what frustrates me about it is that people actually agree with them. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like I've unsubscribed to him, like last year when he said about the dinosaur crossovers with on Beast Morphers. Yes, it was like perfect, but it was cool
Yeah.
seeing John back on TV since Wild Force or Mighty Morphin for that matter. So you
Yeah.
can't get mad at him that the episode turned out terrible. But when you think about it, it was more like a multi-part. Dino Charge Rangers returning to fight with the Beast Morphers. Then they did the
Mhm.
a clip show about the tributes to the villains. And then we get to the Dino team up with Jason and the Dino Charge Rangers fighting against Goldar Maximus. Um, like
Mhm.
then my favorite part of the episode is when they show the Rangers in their old Megazord cockpits from Mighty Morphin to Dino Thunder
Oh
and
yeah.
Dino Supercharged. That was the best moment that I've seen. Though I'm like, what?
Mhm.
I could have sworn they was going to use the same footage from Q Ranger versus Go Busters movie though. But instead they just
Yeah.
reused some of the old footage from the old Power Rangers seasons and pushed them in the Beast Morphers episode. And I thought that was a genius way though. Orange Ranger reviews
Mhm.
gave it a 4 out of 5, which is good. Um, I don't know. I don't know what's the dude's name, E State or something like that. When he did the episode review,
Oh
and he
yeah.
thought it was good as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Despite the fight being rushed, it was still a good episode. And I kind of felt the
Yeah.
same way too when I did my review of it though. And even though that it could have been better though, there were a lot of good moments about the episodes. You can't really get mad at that though. But for Dawson Ryder, I feel like when he hated the Donald team up episode, then he did a video about why time is to go, why Dimensions in Danger is to go. I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I
That's
don't get
kind
that.
of that's kind of hypocritical though.
Yeah. I'd prefer. I definitely prefer Great Connection over Dimensions of Danger. To be honest,
Yeah,
like even though Dimensions of Danger is like okay, it was an okay crossover. It does feel kind of random if you think about it. Even
yeah,
though like I guess you could say the same thing about Beast Morphers, but the way they integrate it, it makes sense story wise.
yeah. But I think what I didn't like about the Dimensions in Danger moment is when they showed the Tommy fight with his clone. It felt rushed, but when Nickelodeon put up the extended version
Oh
of the
yeah.
full fight between Tommy and himself, that was a lot better than what we got on Nickelodeon. They could have easily put that on there though. That would have saved the
Mhm.
episode from being good. Like you get what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I saw a thumbnail of why Operation Overdrive's Once the Ranger was the best. I'm like, okay, I'm seriously, I don't know what's wrong with people though. They still defending Operation Overdrive's team up. I mean, the team up was so bad, and so was the season.
Yeah. Honestly,
Like,
yeah. The only good thing about it, yeah, like the only good thing about it was seeing all the Rangers come back and like how they come back. They're like basically the Justice League for Power
yeah,
Rangers. That's like the only good thing about it, honestly.
I agree though, but and then when Dawson Ryder made a video on why Operation Overdrive's team up special was good, it was not. If you look at Lean Carr's video, he absolutely despised it, and I don't blame him. When they brought back Alpha 5, they couldn't even hire the old actors from the show to voice over Alpha. But when Adam morphed, no, when Adam came back, um, they did not use his Go-Go Power Rangers thing because they claimed that they didn't have the rights for the show. But with Dino Thunder used the clips from old seasons, they had old soundtracks from the show, from Mighty Morphin to the Gold Ranger Turbo in Space. They had the rights for that, but they couldn't use the rights for um, Adam's old Mighty Morphin Power Rangers thing for the team up special. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
Oh
And the
yeah,
team up was so bad. It was so rushed. The camera angle was bad. The editing sucked. And then Matt, especially the Overdrive Rangers, they quit the team when the veteran Rangers returned. You know, I'm like, what is this? And then Matt, he uses a Cynthia Night Sword to kill the monster. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my god. I don't see how everybody likes this season, including the team up. It's beyond me. And when I saw Dawson Ryder made a video of it, I'm like, is this dude Hiles? I don't know. I just don't
yeah.
understand him.
I really like Overdrive. I only like Overdrive because of the nostalgia it gives me. So that's like pretty much it. It's like one reason why I would go back and watch Overdrive.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, Operation Overdrive is one of the worst ones because Dax is the worst Blue Ranger on that team. And I like every time when Dax talks, Likar said, "Shut up, Dax."
Yeah.
That was the funniest thing about Linkar's review of Operation Overdrive. And each
Oh
time when
yeah.
the character
Oh
talks, he
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
"Shut up,
Yeah.
Dax."
Yeah.
It
Agreed.
became a meme after that. So, so I think to me,
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm gonna give
Yeah.
Down Fury a chance. You know, see how the episode plays out because I've seen the images, the the screenshots of
Yeah.
how the episode is gonna look. Some people say that it still has this Neo Saban feel. I don't see that unless you watch the episode yourself. You might change your mind, but we'll just have to wait and see instead of people just judging the show that hasn't even come out yet. I just find it funny to me though, to be honest though. So, like I said, I'm gonna give it a shot. But I am gonna
Yeah.
react to the
Yeah.
Hasbro's Pulse Fan First Friday tomorrow, like around 11. Because, like I said, I'm curious to see what they have in stores for the franchise. So I'm excited. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So you have anything else you want to say before we end the stream? Hello.
Um. Uh. I think. I think. Yeah. I think I'm. I think I'm alright.
Yeah, me too. And with that being said, that's going to be it for this episode. Episode of Shining with DHR2 Productions. I had a great time chatting with y'all. This is an amazing time, though. Hopefully, we'll be able to do it again soon. And if you guys like this stream, hit the like button. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow on Hasbro's Fan First Friday. Yeah, y'all take it easy. Stay safe.